Chapter 2 All Men Mummies. Meow. Jack and Annie looked out the window. The tree house was perched on the top of a palm tree. The tree stood with about a dozen other palm trees. They were in the patch of green surrounded by a desert. Meow. Jack and Annie looked down. The black cat was sitting on the bottom of the tree. The cat's yellow eyes were staring up at Jack and Annie. "Hi!" Annie shouted. "Shh!" said Jack. "Someone might hear you." "In the middle of a desert?" said Annie. The black cat stood up and began walking along the tree. "Come back!" Annie called. She ran out the window to see where the cat was going. "Oh, wow!" she said. "Look, Jack!" Jack leaned forward and looked down. The cat was running away from the palm trees toward a giant pyramid in the desert. A parade was going toward the pyramid. It looked exactly like the parade in the Egypt book. "It's a picture from the book," said Jack. "What are those people doing?" asked Annie. Jack looked down at the Egypt book. He read the word under the picture. When a loyal person died, a grand funeral procession took place. Family, servant, and other mourners followed the coffin. The coffin was called sarcophagus. It was put on a sled for auction. "It's an Egypt funeral," said Jack. "The box is called sir. Oh, forgot it." He looked out the window again. The auction and the sled, Egyptians, and the black cat were all moving in a slow, dreamy way. "I'd better make some notes about this," said Jack. Jack made notes. He reached into his backpack and pulled on his notebook. Jack wrote, "Coffin called sarcophagus." "We'd better hurry," said Annie. "If you want to see the mummy." Annie started down the rope ladder. Jack looked up from his notebook. "Mummy?" he said. "There's probably a mummy in that gold box." Annie called up. "We are in ancient Egypt, remember?" Jack loved mummies. He put down his pencil. "Goodbye, Jack," called Annie. "Wait!" Jack called. "Mummies!" Annie shouted. "Oh, man," said Jack. "Mummies!" Jack shoved his notebook and Egypt book into his bag. Then he started down the ladder. When Jack got to the ground, he and Annie took off across the sand. As they ran, a stranger thing happened. The closer they got to the parade, the harder it was to see it. Then suddenly it was gone. The strange parade had vanished, but the great stone pyramid was still there, towering above them, panting. Jack looked around. What had happened? There were the people, the auction, the gold box, the cat. "They was gone," said Annie. "Where did they go?" said Jack. "Maybe they were ghosts," said Annie. "Don't be silly. There's no such thing as ghost," said Jack. "It must have been a mirage." A what?" "Mirage. It happened in the desert all the time," said Jack. "It looks like something's there, but it just turned out to be the sunlight reflecting through it." "How could the sunlight look like people, a mummy box, and a bunch of cows?" said Annie. Jack frowned. "Ghosts," she said. "No way," said Jack. "Look," and he pointed at the pyramid. Near the base was the sleek black cat. He was standing alone. He was staring at Jack and Annie. "He's no mirage," said Annie. The cat started to slink away. He walked along the side of the pyramid and slid along a corner. "Where is he going?" said Jack. "Let's find out," said Annie. They dashed along the corner just in time to see the cat disappear through a hole in the pyramid wall.